what's your sentiment of what's going on in Crown Heights? And it's really citywide. It's like, it feels like every 2 minutes it's a different neighborhood, a different person. It could be a Jewish guy, a black guy, a Chinese guy. The attacks going on, the robberies, packages being stolen, catalytic converters. It seems like the whole city is in a breakdown mode.
Well, we've been activists, my family, now for over 30 years, since 1991, with the riots over in Crown Heights, and that propelled us to really get involved and realize that this Crown Heights, it's so diverse. So New York City has 5 boroughs. Put 5 boroughs into one community, and that's how diverse it is in that one community. So we've been on top of things and building community relations. It's getting bad. It's getting bad. People are getting pushed on the trains. People are getting stabbed. People are busting in stores. People are getting hurt regularly with violence. Hate crimes are up. We can't put things to the side. We've got to look at it at face value and call it what it is. Some people get attacked because of their ethnicity, their religious beliefs. We can't say, don't say hate crime. The reality is that's exactly what it was. My friend Yossy in Crown Heights was attacked 2 days ago. Yesterday. He had a little small fender bender. I'm convinced that could have been resolved with insurance. Here's a couple of bucks. Take it to the mechanic. But I'm convinced that it went to another level based on him being Jewish. I am convinced. He's Jewish, the attackers were black. I'm convinced. I call it ace a ace and a spade. I call it like I see it. They attacked him in broad daylight at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Why did they feel that they could do that so comfortably?
Yeah, they weren't even, if you look at the video, they weren't even looking around like any police, down the block.
Comfortable.
They didn't even care.
Because that's the direction the city's going in now. That's how comfortable people are getting with violence now. You can do this that comfortable, and there's no outrage. The leadership in the city, the mayor, the governor, there's no outrage. Just say a couple of words. A man defends himself in a bodega, and he gets arrested.
Unbelievable. It's backwards, right?
The man in the bodega gets arrested, and clearly the person went over the counter, and he defends himself. He gets arrested, and you got to say, drop the charge. That's common sense.
Right. The fact that we even have to go there, hey, drop the charges, is that with a video proving it? Like, come on.
The fact that we even have to go there is absolutely ridiculous. So what direction is taking place? And this is all over the city. In Crown Heights, we've been working hard. Myself, Yaacov Behrman, quite a few people. Yossy, who was attacked, wonderful young man. A husband, a father. His child was in the car, a 5-year-old child. At the age of 5, you remember? 1, 2, when you start getting 4 and 5 years old, you remember these things for the rest of your life. That child was watching the whole time his father get attacked. What kind of scar is going to put on that child's life down the road on how he responds to life in general? Like this, how is he going to grow up seeing his father get attacked like that? We as a community have to step up. If the politicians are not, then we are. If the leadership, the church is not, then we are. If the synagogues are not, we are. If the mosque are not, then we are. The residents are going to step up. And this is not just, we denounce violence against any human being. We're parents. We're residents. We're taxpayers. We're husbands. And we want to live in peace. Public safety. We want the police department to do their job and not say, shh, don't say that, because now the police department is even getting political.
Yeah, it seems like they're keeping a narrative over here. Oh, let's not, overdo this. Let's not
Don't
get this. Don't say any hate crime. Don't say anything.
So don't say hate crime, but what about the assault?
Right. What about even that is being kept quiet? The only ones tweeting, writing about it, articles are regular people online. It's not even the mainstream media. It's the regular, just other types of media.
Yes.
It's like, where's everybody?
Thank goodness for social media.
Yeah, can you imagine if there was no social media?
Oh my God.
Nobody would have a voice.
Thank goodness for social media. And I tell my children, my grandchildren, utilize social media properly, take advantage of it. Right? Get the message out, build your brand, Thank goodness for social media. We are all we're all we got.
Now I notice you've been very quiet, not criticizing the mayor. How long is that going to last?
I endorsed Eric Adams, right? When Eric Adams was in maybe third place, second or third place with Andrew Yang and Garcia, I endorsed him. I knew Eric Adams since he was a police officer. That's how far back we date as far as a relationship. His family, my family, that's how far we go back with issues. This is July 2022. He won election. The job starts. Campaign's over. Campaign's over now. Now you have work to do. You have commissioners. You have advisors. We're in July. What is that, 7 months now?
Yep.
Okay. Do I love them? Yes. Do I love the people more? Yes, yes. Do I love you as an individual? You have a responsibility, and I support you. But your job now dictates to do the right thing with your commissioners, to do the right thing so the people can be served. That's why I supported you. Yes, for you to move up and ambitious and achieve your dreams. However, more importantly than that is the people. The responsibility that comes with the mayorship is the people. Department of Sanitation, Police Department, Youth and Community Development, libraries, Education Department. All of that has to be, that's more important than anything. So when I endorsed you, it wasn't about Geoffrey Davis and it wasn't about Eric Adams. It was about the people getting served properly. We're in 7 months. The city's going backwards.
You feel like politicians are, I'm sure you've heard this a million times. Oh, if I was only mayor, if I was only governor, I would have the power to do things. And like he comes in, he has the power now. Like you said, he has the commissioners, he has the people. All he has to do is pick up the phone and say, hey, do this, do that. This got to get done, and not getting done. Is that what's frustrating to you?
Sometimes ambition, advisors, spreading yourself, a jack of all trades, master of none. You're all over the place. So zero in with the right people there. You know people in the community. You know who gets the job done.
Is he listening to you? I mean, like you said, you go back with him decades. I mean,
decades. I haven't spoke to Eric since the campaign.
He doesn't,
one-on-one
he doesn't pick up the phone and say, hey, how you doing,
We
Geoffrey?
text periodically, but I haven't spoke to him about, okay, well, wrong move, right move. We send little text messages like this. Like, good choice. Slow down. What are you doing there? How can you go there? How can you go there when this is taking place up there? And I support him, but the people, what is this about? My brother was the councilman. He was shot and killed inside City Hall. He was assassinated. Councilman James E. Davis. We did it for the people. We were here to serve the people. 19 years later, this month, July 23rd, is 19 years. They're still talking about James Davis because he served the people. They still tell me, if your brother was here, mayor, if your brother was here, governor, if your brother was here, he would have been an amazing congressman. They still, what would your brother been doing now? I said, oh my God, he would have been overseas. There's wars going on. He would have been overseas trying to stop wars by now, right? Let alone here. The people is first and foremost. So I'm a message to the mayor.
Yeah, what would you tell him? Hopefully he'll get to see this. If he sees it or his advisors see it and will tell him, what's your message directly to the mayor?
We got 7 months in. Give him time. Clock is ticking. You got 7 months in. Police department is going, hands are locked. They're afraid to make arrests. The bail people are get arrested and be out the next day. You got 7 months in. Our young people are losing faith and confidence in the political system and confidence in the community at all, and they're just running reckless. They're not being inspired to do the right thing for their own self. Sometimes it's not just programs, Eric. Sometimes it's not just programs. Mayor Adams, I say Eric because I know him. Sometimes it's not just programs, Mayor Adams. Sometimes a community has to be inspired. Just to inspire a community. It's not us against them. We're all in this together. Move away us against them mentality and bring the mentality of we're all in this together. We're all trying to get to the next level, all of us. Now you have a massive responsibility, but so do residents in the community, because we're all in this together. It's not your city, it's all of our cities. because we're all in this together.
And would you like to see all community leaders coming together, not waiting just for a tragedy, but get on board? Because what's going on, like you said in the last few minutes, is affecting everybody, no matter who they are, no matter what religion, no matter if they're Democrat, Republican, liberal. It doesn't make a difference.
Put it to the side.
This affects everybody.
This affects public safety. Affects everybody.
Exactly.
For the last 7 to 10 years in Crown Heights, I've been working hard. I've been advocating to build a recreation center, a state-of-the-art recreation center, and everything went through. It passed. It's called the Major R. Owens Health and Wellness Center. It's a huge state-of-the-art recreation center in Crown Heights. Basketball, swimming, volleyball, tennis, archery, dance, right there. Since it opened in November, at least 100,000 people came through those doors. It's on Bedford Avenue between Union Street and President Street. That's where my office is. At least 100,000 people of all different walks of life, all ethnicities. I said, this is amazing. I crack a joke with people. When this is over, I want a Nobel Peace Prize. Like this. I see people from Ecuador. I seen people from South America. I seen people from Israel. I seen people from Poland. I seen people from right here in Brooklyn. I seen people from the Caribbean island, all under one roof. And I'm working every organization in the building to try to bring everybody together. From my Caribbean brothers and sisters, to my Jewish brothers and sisters, to my Latino brothers and sisters. We all got it right here. Identify that. That is taking care of business. When you're funding organizations that's been getting funded over and over and over again. Clearly it ain't working. Right. Step back and reevaluate. They get millions of dollars and nothing's taking place. Nothing is happening. Don't cut the libraries. Don't cut the trade programs where they learn carpentry and plumbing. Don't cut the museums. Please don't cut the recreation centers. That's so needed. And look deep into a community and see the leaders, the humble, quiet leaders that's calling 311 and getting parks cleaned on their own time, spending hours on their own time, having the parks department and having the Department of Sanitation cleaning weeds out on their own time. These, dig deep, don't get comfortable. Dig deep. If you walk the community, and you did, you know who's doing what. Reach out to them. Stop reaching out to the political people that's sitting there like this and getting nothing done. Reach out to those leaders, those fathers, those husbands that live there, those moms who is doing a tremendous job. On Thursday nights, I have a swimming program specifically for the mothers.
Wow. Only
on Thursday nights at the Armory. Mothers only for free.
That's beautiful. So they could get their time to...
They're with babies all the time. Right. Their mothers are with the 5 children all day long. And they come there and say, oh my God, we love it. Like this, thank you. They're heroes. Those are leaders. Look at us working together as a community. I have a children's book called Love Yourself, Love Each Other. My philosophy was, first you talk adults. Okay, the adults are not listening. Maybe bring it down. Now we're in the college students. Still having a difficult time. Now we do high school students. All right, now from high school, we're in elementary school. You know what? I'm talking to babies that are 3 or 4 years old against hate. We've got to start as early. Sometimes you got to start when they're in a mother's belly to speak out against hate and raise them and help. So we're speaking out against hate with our children's book, saying love yourself, love each other, and that's what we're doing. And my friend Yossy over in Crown Heights, he's okay, traumatized, bruised bad, his jaw and his face, and he's bruised bad, and it's going to be traumatizing to him. A year or 2 years from now, but he's a strong kid, and he genuinely cares about the community, and he's not going to hold this against the community. But we're saying to the people who did this violent act, we're saying to the police department that we want them arrested. We're saying to the judges, let's do each step in the courtroom. We're saying to the police department, we want an arrest. I spoke to the community affairs officer at the 71st Precinct today. How are we doing with the case? Reaching out to the district attorney when they're arrested. How are we doing with the case? District Attorney Eric Gonzalez. From the district attorney, I'm gonna reach out to who's the judge on the case. How are we doing with the case? It will not be swept away, because this is not, if you keep putting it under the rug, it's gonna just continue to go on. So, police department.
I have a gut feeling, and tell me if you agree, these guys, when they're caught, I'm sure they all have long rap sheets. I mean, they're probably, I doubt this is their first time. I don't think this was spared a moment, lost it, and
That easy? If it's that easy to do, statistically speaking, we're all Brooklynites here.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
We're from Brooklyn.
yeah, we know we know
We know Brooklyn.
Right.
We got the
unbelievable.
sense of the streets.
I mean, so do you think you could knock some sense into politicians to change his bail reform? Just change it. Like, why do they tell you why they're so stuck up on it and why they refuse to change it? I mean, Governor Hochul, you would think she would change it.
I supported Governor Hochul for lieutenant governor. She came to Crown Heights. I took her to Broward Park. There's a rabbi named Kanina Sperling. We went to Kanina's house and I walked the neighborhood with them. We went to stores when she was lieutenant governor. Not as governor. I didn't get a chance to talk to you yet as governor, but when we was lieutenant governor. But it's just a title. You're the same person. Lieutenant governor, governor.
Why is she so stuck up? What is this?
You know what we need. So suddenly if the title changed and you're changed, we got to stop letting titles change us and say if we're here to serve, then serve. Stop trying to cater to. Put their ambition to the side for your own career. Because look at the babies, look at the families, look at the children, look at the community.
Yeah.
What is it all about?
Nobody could understand why
Why do we do this? We're here to serve.
And why can't they just change it? With gun legislation, miracle. Certain things change just like that in less than 1 week. It took a school shooting in a different state to get something changed here. Why can't they do the same on bail reform?
Why?
It's like nobody can understand. What is stopping?
Because we feel that it's tough. The courts are tough. I don't. It's foolishness to me. Bullock is what they say.
Right.
Like this, it's foolish to me. The courts are, bail is designed for people to not leave, but to come back to court.
Well, they're not even doing that either. That's the fun. That's now a new business of hiring agencies to go find these people. I mean, it's ridiculous.
People are making money.
Yeah.
In every aspect off of us. Every aspect, money's being flooded in. Homelessness. You could do more. How much is a bed a night in the shelters? You build a hotel. You didn't really build it for being a hotel. You built it to be a shelter.
Right.
And then meanwhile, who's in it? The people that's in the shelter, right? Or the mental institutions of people that's being drugged up who had a shot at not becoming being addicted or they had an opportunity to make it through. And the people that truly need it are on the streets. It's a backwards, twisted system, and I'm calling on the community. I'm not calling on politicians. I'm calling on my fathers and mothers. I'm calling on the residents because we have the power. There's a saying many, many years ago, power to the people. Now that we understand that power to the people, if you're not doing the right thing, we have the power to vote you out. If you're not doing the right thing, we do have the power. It's a beautiful thing here.
Yep. And elections coming up for Governor Hochul also pretty soon.
We have the power. We can do it. Yep. No, we can't. Yes, we can. I've personally seen people get voted out. I've personally seen people get voted out.
Yep.
And new people come in. What was the guy in Queens' name? Crowley. Been here for 30 years. Somebody came out of nowhere. I think she was a bartender.
Right. Right.
She's a bartender. They got organized, sick of them, voted them out.
Yep. And people say, how do they vote for someone so like AOC? She's so left. It wasn't about things like anybody but that person. That's what it was about.
Him.
Right.
He's
Anyone
got to go.
but him. That's what it was
now
about.
Now we'll deal with her.
Right. That's what's going on now. Now they want to throw her out.
Now we're going to deal with you.
Right.
Et cetera, until we get this thing right.
Yep.
So with electoral politics, we'll keep doing it until we get it right. But in the meantime, city agencies, do your job. Sanitation, Department of Youth and Community Development, a police department, et cetera. Do your job because the commissioners have a job. And if you're not doing your job, we can organize against you as well. But who wants to continue to organize and fight? We just want to be happy and live in peace with our neighbors, with our family. Brooklyn is beautiful. We want to live in it. We want to enjoy it. We want to raise our children. And public safety. We don't want to keep looking over our shoulder. Who wants to live that way? We don't have to worry about our children and our wives and people in our lives. When they leave the house, we're going to return safe. That's no way to live. That's stressful. And we shouldn't have to live like that.